Okay, well this piece is called Reality TV. It's constructed from fiberglass. It was originally carved out of wood, then I've made a silicon mould, and from the silicon mould I take fiberglass versions. This whole front is fiberglass made to look like wood. Obviously I've incorporated a lot of plastics, also use a lot of resins. These dials were carved out of wood and made in the same way. They're cast out of polyurethane resin. I like to be hands-on with every part of the process. I think that's a really important part. So yeah, that's how this came to exist.
Okay, and what about the robot work there? Tell me about that, because I was too young for the Star Wars when it was a movie out. Stop laughing now.
I was young too, funnily enough. But with that piece, which we've called Cruci Fiction, it was a bit of a play on words, because you can put science fiction in the word crucifixion. We really wanted a humanoid type shape, which is why we went with that particular robot from Star Wars. For us, it was I made it with a friend of mine, Nick Pledge. For us, we were looking for a story that was really important to us when we were young, and the two things that were very memorable for us as kids were the story of the crucifixion and the story of Star Wars. One of the stories scared the hell out of us. The other story was full of hope, and we really enjoyed, and we got a lot out of, and ended up being a great inspiration to both of us and what we ended up doing. So it was an important piece for us personally.
Fantastic. This is not a Christmas show, and this is not a Christmas artist. I'm here at the opening night with Megan Keating, and she's done an amazing installation on rubber. Megan, what's it all about?
The rubber is something industrial. It smells pretty toxic. It's something that's really tactile, and it kind of transposes. It becomes another material when you put it on the wall. It's really velvet-like. So I wanted something that was an everyday object that could actually be transformed. The imagery is based on conflict, our conflict with friends, lovers, partners, but also the natural world. So the animals in the installation are about how we actually treat the natural world.
Okay. So the really sexual, some of them are a little aggressive. Was that something that you think people relate to, or where were you going with that?
I'm not sure that there is actually aggression. It's it's implied, but it's not actually. I don't find it actually aggressive. So it depends on how you actually.
Because some of them, the women look like they're trying to get away.
Right. Okay.
No?
I'm not sure.
Megan, animal rights. I've had a few people complaining about the use of dogs and cats and sex in these works. What should I be saying to them?
I'm a little surprised at that. They're not, because they're generic, they're silhouettes. There's nothing, there's not a individual, it's kind of a universal figure. And as I said, it's more about our relationship with nature as a whole, and our, in how we actually interact with the natural world and the environment. So if some people actually, offended by that, well, just look around with what's actually happening. So I find that interesting that there has been some complaints when the work is really, really non-specific.
Well, we don't mind a little bit of offence here, and we certainly love works that make you think about them. So thank you very much.
Pleasure.